Hello there, everyone. All right, week 3, round 1. Feels like time's flown this season. And say, let's get into this one. I'm looking forward to it. So if I'm being honest, I don't really know why I'm looking forward to this one, because everything on paper looks pretty bad for me. So facing someone from a bigger guild for a kickoff, a marginal difference, I'll say marginal, it's 20 mil give or take, but yeah, still a disadvantage. They've got GP on me, they've got Zetas on me, Omicrons. Again, that Omicron count for me is significant. I mean, we're looking at 66 to 74 in GAC, so that is quite a substantial number to make up. Zetas 386 to 426, again, not a small amount. Mods, they're ahead of me on every count. Granted, it's 22 for the 25 pluses, so I'm not that far behind, but it is still behind. I'm about 47 behind on the 20 pluses, and I'm 232 on the 15, so I'm not even... that didn't really bother. That shouldn't have warranted counting off from the fact that I've got a clean 600 on the 15 pluses. Yeah, they've got relics on me, no big surprise there. I mean, they've got 2 relic 10s to my 0. I'm a little bit surprised they aren't colouring those in. We got the relic 9s behind, 29 to 37, 8s behind, 22 to 39, and as we've said before, 7s and 6s and the 1 to 4s. I'm not surprised I'm ahead, because they're obviously ahead on the others. Datacrons, they have re-rolled a lot. I mean, again, I re-rolled a lot for the last set. Well, the last set at this point. Pillars of War, whereas I've not really done much with the set we just had, and I've not done anything yet with the current set. So this guy re-rolled a hell of a lot. As far as GLs, Relic 9, Rey, Slacker, JML, C, JMK, Lord Vader, Jabba, Leia, Ahsoka, and a Relic 10 Hondo just to finish off. Let's scroll down. Relic 9 Bane, 8 on Bo, 9 on Cat, 9 on Bane, 8 on Malgus, 9 on Ezra, 7 on Jar Jar, 7, what's 7? Relic 9 Darkside Rey, Relic 9 Starkiller, 8 on Malicos, 9 on Raver, and a 10 on Darth Revan. So, yeah, it's all fun. Alright, let's show you the board. I'll show you my defense, which I've refreshed, and let's show you my offense. Well, what we're going to be taking on offense. Alright, I'm recording this for the second time because I'm a dopey idiot who forgot to press the record button. So, forgive the laughter. Alright, we've got NuBatch on defense this time. We've got an attackercron. So, yep, speed up on 25% turn meter to kick off. I know I just clicked and blinked it then. Tuskens, I just put a cron down that got something interesting with stacking offense. The stats were wishy-washy, but it was something. Next one is Kelleran Beq with Bulk, Datacron, Armor Pen. Next up is Finn Poe Zori with the HK Focus Datacron for the Poe 12. And then finally, we've got Tarkin with a Support Cron. So 2 supports there, speed up on basic and crit damage. Now, in the first run through of this, I realised I'd made a boo-boo. Only a minor one, but it was a boo-boo. I picked Saw Gerrera, Cracks, and Lucen with an attackercron. Yeah, so I'm an idiot. I've wasted a perfectly good attackercron on a team that hasn't got an attacker. So at least they've got the 25% turn meter. That's all I can say there. We've got Jabba. We've got support, damage on debuffs, potency, crit damage. We've got Queen Amidala. We've got bulk, support, crit damage. We've got Hondo Vane with speed up on basic, support, and armor pen. And then we've got Mace, and it's the Ayla level 9, support 6, turn meter 3, 382 armor pen. Alright, we'll leave the back wall of mystery for now. And yeah, let's show you their defense. So, Kremlol, they've gone with Saw, although they've been smart and put an attacker with an attackercron. Just to be clear, light side turn meter, armor pen, and health. We've got Bo-Katan with a healer cron, which is a little bit of a surprise on defense. We've got bulk and the healer level 6 with 117% health. We've got Darth Revan Mission Zalbar with Tankron. Got an idea of what I want to do with that, so that's fairly interesting. Sorry, just to be clear, it was light side bulk, which... Let me just reword that. Recheck that, sorry. What is Zalbar's wording for the 3v3? Zalbar and Mission gain the Sith Empire tag until the end of the battle. So I suppose it does work in that sense, because if it was Sith Empire and Dark Side tag, then it would, I'm guessing, nullify it. So I would assume they'd still have light side Sith Empire, essentially, which is a bit of an odd mix, but what itself is odd, isn't it? Anyway, I'm curious, let me know if anyone's worked that out, if it does apply or not. Then we've got Ahsoka, Wat, and Huyang. So we've got the tank level 6, bulky level 3, and health. And then we've got Pirate King Hondo, Qui-Gon, and OG Hondo with speed of 1 basic, support level 6, and health as a stat. Alright, South Wall. We have got Jabba. We've got support level 6, speed upon basic rather than damage on debuffs, and we've got health. Then we've got the Stranger, Starkiller, and Seventh Sister. They've got speed upon basic, healer level 6, and health. They've got a lot of health. We've got Ray-Ben Ezra with turn meter, attack level 6, and armor pen. We've got Baylan, Marok, and Shin with an attacker cron, speed upon basic, and health. And then we've got Maz, Brutus, and Smee, attacker cron, damage on debuffs, armor pen, and health. Alright. Quite a bit of interesting stuff here. I'm actually interested in planning it out. You guys can see what I did. I've got to work it out myself. Alright, this is the plan I've come up with. So, starting on the south, we've got JML Maz, which we've done so many times now, it feels kind of routine, yet never safe. Somehow. We've got Leia against Rey, which I haven't done for a little bit, but the strategy has always been wherever Ezra goes, Leia should follow. Not always followed, but, you know, it's something we've done a fair bit. Bo-Katan on Baylan. Now, this one is not something I feel completely comfortable with. The win rates, and I think it was about 75%, give or take. It was either 75% or 90%. It depends if I'm remembering Traya up above against Bo-Katan. I've checked both of them. Got the thing open here. Let me have a look. It was 90. There we go. It was 90 for the comp I'm going to do. So 90% win rate for this, so hopefully we can match that. We've got Lord Vader against Jabba. And we've got Cere, Malicos, Starkiller against the Stranger. North Wall, we've got the Great Mothers against Ahsoka. We've got stacking offense level 3 there to work with, so hopefully that will be enough. We've got Gungans to take on Darth Revan. We've got Traya to try and take down Bo-Katan. We've got Baylan for Cere and Slacker for Hondo. So, out of all these, I feel like Bo-Katan against Baylan's the one that I've got limited experience on, so let's throw ourselves into that one first. Okay, so Bo-Katan, IG-12, and Paz Vizsla this time, up against Baylan, Marok, and Shin. So we've gone for a healer cron, level 6, limiter to begin with, 108% protection. They've got speed upon basic, attacker level 6, and health. Hopefully getting out the gate early will help us win the battle. Alright, so let's throw that at Baylan. Let's just go again. Try and daze them. Don't know if they can be dazed. Something tells me they can't. Let's pass that to Bo-Katan. Damage immunity is nice. Well, in the sense that it's going to go away now. Alright, place it there. There we go, get rid of the buffs. Can we get a call from Bo? Perfect. That's nice. And like normal battles, we can't recover banners really, so let's just get Marok out of there. 64. For a first battle that I wasn't sure on, I will take it. let's get on to the next battle. So I did mention checking win rates when it came to some other teams that we're going to be doing. For this specific situation, only 2 attempts with Cere Malgus and Starkiller, according to the counters page of SWGOH GG. 100% win rate, 55 banner average against this composition. So it's not a really flattering set of statistics, but I feel like this is probably the best thing I've got that I kind of can trust. I don't know if there's something tells me Boba Fett datacron won't work here. The healercron makes me think that Braver wouldn't work. So I feel like this has probably got the best shout. Plus the fact that this cron will apply healing immunity onto us, which we've seen with the Cere versus Rey battles of late with Barriss in the team. I feel like this should work in our favour. For clarity, we're using an attack cron, speed up on basic with 365% armor pen. Our opponent, as stated, they've got the healer level 6, speed up on basic, and health. Let's go. Okay. Let's dispel. Okay. Throw some rocks. The shield. Ooh, damage immunity came into very good time there, although could have been better. I did that purely because I didn't want to get countered. Won't do much of anything except for pull and assist. Ooh, okay, Cere down. Okay, this has not gone well. Alright, plan B is needed. Okay, we're having a little rethink. Rather than doing Jabba on, Lord Vader on Jabba, we're going to be doing Lord Vader on the Stranger. So we've brought in the same cron we were going to use on Jabba, which is damage on debuffs, attacker level 6, and 400% armor pen. They've obviously still got the same datacron. Okay. So let's put out a crush. Let's do that. Right, Nightfall Trooper down. Worried. Okay, we can ult. Yeah, I am worried. Oosh. All right, Strange is out. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit better now. I'm in yellow health. Oof. Okay. Man, oh man, oh man. This is scary. I think I should have just called an assist then. Alright, Dark Killer out. $32. I'd rather not do that again. Alright, so considering we're going from plan A to plan B on Jabba, we're doing JMK now, which is a shame because I did want to save JMK for anything else that might pop up. So we're doing the same as last time, which is attacker level 6, bulk, 416 armor pen. Today I've got support level 6, speed up on basic, and health stats. Hopefully we're not as squeaky bum as last time when Cat was really giving me the EBGBs. Alright, that was a rough dodge. By definition, anything that dodges for me is rough. Pass that to JMK. Put that on Kitty Cat. And we're going to pass that to PK. Short ult. Alright, JMK is going. Let's just pull an assist on Cat. And then do a leap. And let's call the assist just to give Cat some Shen buff. Oh, yeah, Shen form buff. Let's just hold it. I don't see the point in just doing it straight away. We will get rid of all that guff though. Bit of a shame we weren't in ult form. Okay, that was not nice. Right, let's protect the Kitty Cat. That's a mucho priorito. Just keep hitting special. Eventually we'll do something. JMK is getting hit a fair bit here. I'm not particularly enjoying that. Let's do that again. Full ult. Come on, we'll do a hit now. Again, put that on Kitty Cat. Could really do again Shen onto it. Shen onto JMK. Oh, come on, we got damage immunity to deal with now. Absolutely fantastic. Just what you want, an immovable Wookiee. And he's obviously got that. Right, that is not good. Not good. Feels like RNG. If JMK goes for Cat, you're dead in the water in threes. If it's I can't remember the name. If it's JMK, you're fine because the stun will just stun them. Correct, the game devs wanted to be nice, they would make that consistent, but I think that would be against what they want to do. Right, let's just do that. Ideal world, I'd get Chrysanthemum down. You know, the attacker cron would do enough to sort of ramp us up, but somehow I don't think that's happening. Right, we've got 1 minute. JMK this time takes the stun. I thought also, just on the off chance the AI can do some moves quicker than I can, and it's enough to go at Chrysanthemum, but when you think about it, we've got to take him down twice. So probably the best case scenario is I could get him once and time out, which now wouldn't be that long, but are we honestly expecting Chrysanthemum to go down here? Maybe if it was a Relicate JMK, I'd have more belief. Those blinds don't help either. I mean, that's painful. Yeah, Jabba's cycling through ults right now. Alright, so it is early days, but we're on our second cleanup of the round. Okay, so earlier in the season, I was using Boba Fett to take down Jabba. I didn't feel it was consistent. It felt risky, so I haven't been using it, but hopefully it's enough for a cleanup. So let's go. FDC for what it's worth, so you guys know the stats. Alright, just basic, because it's all I can do. It feels less risky in theory with Bushgon, because we can just do more of what we want to do. We haven't got to deal with all the thermals and all that stuff. The only risk, as always, will be if the Rancor comes to play. This will start to feel nicer as well. We can get Jabba down. Just for the fact that Chrysanthemum can be a bit of a pain in the backside with Port standing by him. Well, that's the whole reason this datacron's been working so well for that team. I mean, look at that. It's like the milk just doesn't get touched, or it regenerates just as fast as it's depleted. Yeah, that ult charge again is scaring me. Not gonna lie. I just keep following what I was told, which is use specials. If you've got a special available, use it. I assume it's because it ramps up Zam a little bit. Okay, lovely. Alright, hopefully we've got enough to get the Jabba out before he does something that makes it hard to recover. Alright, that's a fair chunk of change. I know it's a GL, but it feels really rough when he takes one turn for every one of mine. Ouch. Oh, we got Chrysanthemum now, that's something, but... yeah, this just feels rough. So, not deliberately for this reason, but I am glad I've got Calcaton on offense because it means I can do Mon Mothma now. Alright, so as stated, Mon Mothma, Kyle, Cassian, just for the fact he's got debuffs that help manage Jabba. And I'm using this datacron purely because it's nothing fancy, but it's just got a little bit of health. Alright, let's just dispel all that. Bring in the summon. Ability blocks are always welcome. Just basic. At least for now. One thing is it should take Jabba a bit of time to reach ult on his own. I mean, we know that just from doing solos with him, so as long as we manage it, we should be okay. And I've done this as a cleanup before, so it's not like it's unknown. I think the DC just gives me a little bit of concern. Alright, come on, Mon. That's it. Level 2. Give that worthless guy a promotion. I feel like there's a political joke in there somewhere. Oh, hang on, I did forget to do the... Get on the next cycle. There we go, special. Bit of armor pen. Can't say I like how you're recovering that protection, Jab Jab. There we go, I can see like healing immunity in there. We should be dazing Jabba as well by this point, so it's a little concerning that we haven't landed one to my knowledge. Maybe the daze is level 3, but I could have sworn it was level 2. There we go, we got him now at least. If it just slows him down a touch, it's helpful. Just keep going, Mon. Just keep going. I'm a little concerned we lose Mon. If that's the case, this could be game over. Alright. We survived. 22 banners. Terrible, but we are through. Right. We've got Leia, R2 Drogon for Rey, Ben, Ezra. We've gone for one of these... newer crons, not the newest, but the newer ones. 25% turn meter, droid offense, which I thought was kind of interesting on R2. Armor pen and crit damage as stats, plus a touch of protection. So let's go. I like that Pillars of War set really blurred the lines of what datacrons can do, if you like. Like suddenly a decent cron doesn't look that decent because it's like, oh well, Pillars of War did that, you know. Let's just smack Ezra. There we go. Feel better now. Sometimes you just need to give Ezra a smack. Makes you feel good. Alright, do that. Hey, nice. Kind of. Let's pull that off Drogon. Okay. Down. Mana-wise, this could be nicer, but I will accept it for what it is. D5. Okay. Okay, JML versus Maz. Just to be clear, not my favourite choice of datacron. We're literally only getting 32% protection here, but where other crons are going, this is probably the best one I could spare. It does take JML up to 188k. Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced, but we'll roll with it. Maz Brutus me. Me, I can get my head around, but Brutus is a wild call. Very glass cannon. They've got attacker level 6, dark side damage on debuffs, which Brutus will do a bit of, and armor pen health. Let's go. Right, so let's just dispel the foresight so we can actually work on something. We'll pass that to Knight Luke, who can then stun, because we don't want them constantly doing what Maz was just doing. Pass the turn to Cal. Pass that there. Pass that there. Oof, okay. Master Luke does get the Force Taunt because of that. Yeah, overall, a touch messy, but 56? Yeah, it's not too bad in the end. Alright, let's see the back wall. Alright, the back wall, we have got NuBatch, Finn Pozori with the datacron. Just for record, NuBatch, Orkron, bulk, and health. Said it before, they like the health crons. Fiber first with the Rex Focus datacron. Again, we saw what happened last time when I tried to see on that, so we'll respect it. Kelleran, Jocasta, and Ayla with an attacker cron. Bulk and protection. Actually, that's very nice. And Aphra with Zuckus. And that's kind of interesting. Okay. See how that pans for him. But yeah. Going to shuffle a few things around. And yeah, we'll start attacking the North Wall. Okay, so we're going to do Great Mothers on Ahsoka, Wat, Huyang, and it all comes in my mind down to this. Darkside allies start the turn with at least 2 buffs that can be dispelled to gain 5% offense stacking until the end of the encounter. So, how I view it, the stats are not worthless, but not as important. The main hope is that once we get Huyang and Wat out, British just going to keep gaining buffs by basic, which inflicts speed down. But it wasn't the basic, it was this at the end of a turn. At the start of each encounter, she gains foresight. So, keeps taking turns, keeps gaining foresight, and yeah, gaining offense. So that's the theory. Let's put it into practice. Yeah, let's go. So Doom Huyang, Bless Spirit. Even though we can't target Huyang, we can at least do that. Now we can do that. The targets were the wrong way around, really. I needed for it to go first. Okay, kind of irritating that Huyang's still around, I'm going to be honest. Try and get Huyang out. Nearly. Banging in. And hanging in. Sadly, there is going to be an ult that will probably heal him up a bit, unless we can get him here. Okay. We can target there for a second, so we'll bow down. We can Doom. Alright. Full auto. Even though Ahsoka's an ult, I feel like we're okay now. There's about... Well, it took a minute and a half to get the sides down. 3.5 is hopefully enough to whittle down Ahsoka. Say hopefully. You know, I did hear something about the filming of Ahsoka Season 2, that one of the Great Mother's actors, they're not coming back for Season 2. So it makes me think if they recast it, or are they just going to have that the Great Mothers are now a twosome instead of a threesome? It's like, okay. Well, it was amicable as well. Amicable, which I found quite interesting. That it was literally that where they were filming, she didn't really afford to travel there for work, so it was like, yeah, either give me a pay rise so I can do it, or I have to bow out. And I was like, you know what, I respect that. That's just a useless bit of Ahsoka knowledge while we're doing this battle, I guess. But yeah, I really hope there is another sort of Spectre unit that comes into Season 3. I mean, maybe if Jason Syndulla has grown up a little bit, they could include him. Be a touch odd, but could give them the flexibility to do two teams of 3. I mean, we got Omega. Omega's young, so not like there isn't a precedent for having younger characters in the game. Maybe, I mean, even you can argue Grogu's in the game, even though he's a baby. A 50-year-old baby. Okay, so as things stand, I am concerned we're not going to get through. The stacking offense isn't enough. I mean, I study hopeful, but we've not got through the protection up yet is a little concerning. Doesn't help we aren't critting either. If anything, I'm calling this good science at this point. I mean, the season so far is 4-2. So if this was 4-3, I wouldn't be happy to lose or anything silly, but I could take this as like learning something, especially with 5s coming up. There's still a minute as well, but I think it'd be highly unlikely that we start ramping up in that time. I don't think why she isn't being crit though. None of the... Let me just go on the tank tech sack. Whenever a tank ally taunts, they gain defense up for 1 turn and 5% crit avoidance. So she keeps getting crit avoid. Okay, that makes sense. So we're getting offense, but it doesn't matter because we can't crit her. That is a shame. But, ooh, that's the thing. We haven't got JKR now either. It's not like I could do Revan Night Cal. I'll have to have a think of what could clean this up. I'll have something, but I'm not entirely sure what. Yeah, a little bit disappointing, but at least I've learned something. So, yeah, let's try something else. Okay, we're doing Bane and Sass to clean up Galat. I had planned on using Bane on the Batwall, so I've just had to switch a few more things around. I'm using a Cronia that's just got a little bit of health, so hopefully that's enough but not overkill in terms of wasting a good Cron. So let's do it. Alright, let's do that. I don't feel like I'm wrong to be worried about this. I mean, I think the stats are good, but it's just that thought of... If this goes wrong, I'm not entirely sure what I would do. Yeah, I don't know if I'm just being paranoid. I feel like I have done something like this before. I mean, Bane's Bane. There's a reason he's good. I think maybe the anti-crit stuff in the level 6 is just worrying me a touch more than it should. Yeah, it's like that. We didn't do any damage. I think I might full auto, actually. See if the AI can work it out quicker than I can play it. I think I've just got to hope we ramp up enough health that eventually we're doing really strong damage. And in case someone was wondering, I also did a C planned for the Batwall for gas. And I didn't want to move that because I thought if I move that, then I've really got to come up with another plan. Or another set of plans. Maybe the argument could be I should have put a stronger Cron on Bane. We'll see. And I've been hearing talk about putting a support Cron on Ahsoka's team, and I'm like, I can understand the argument based on Ezra being there, at least. But if you're doing this kind of comp, it makes perfect sense to go for tank. Looks like we're finally getting through. I was tempted to bet something like that myself. You know, a more sneaky kind of comp, and I was like, nah, I'd rather just go with what I think works, you know. You know, just make sure Great Mother's a block so you haven't got an easy out with that, and also stronger counter. It'd be very nice if we could get a kill on basic. Touch greedy perhaps, but it would be nice. Yeah. Too much to ask for. Those armor shreds really stack up nastily. There we go. 33. Next battle. Okay, Gungans. We're using Bombardier and Tarpals to take down Darth Revan and Zalbar. Not gonna lie, if Zalbar does get out, if Zalbar gets out, if Revan gets out, this could get a little bit problematic in terms of 5 Rally Delta. But I'm hoping they're going to get stuck behind death marks. Oh, I didn't say the Cron has got protection on it. Let's just see how the opening of this goes. Right, hang on one sec. Yeah. Oh, it has got protection, but it's down there. Dang. Alright, let's go for Zalbar. And let's do that. And that. I know there is a reason why they go for... Well, they avoid the shield, but for some reason it isn't working. Right. I misremembered how that works. Did just realise I should have taken the preload. Alright, I'm skipping that for a minute just so I can think of something I can use. In the meantime, we're going to do Baylan on Sword. We've got a support Cron and crit damage speed up on basic. They've got an attacker Cron, turn meter, and armor pen and health. Let's do that. Get the worthless guy again. I mean, they keep telling me to, so I'll keep going for the worthless guy. Oh, I thought I clicked it. So we don't land those hits, but The start. Still no worthless guy, thankfully. $56. Damn it. Alright, we'll take it. Okay, for Bo-Katan, we're doing Traya, Savage, Nihilus. Yeah. Let's see how this goes. We're using the Rex Focus datacrons, so for the Nihilus level 9. They've got the Healer Cron level 6 and Bulk with health. Let's go. Go on, we'll base it. Bye-bye. Wait, I thought it was bye-bye, but apparently not. Right, I don't know if I isolated the right one there, but I figure IG might be a good start. Oof. Okay, that's okay. Let's just get rid of you. Alright, DI is annoying. We'll keep the isolate there and pop that over on Nihilus. Ideally, we just want to keep Savage taunting. Oh, I thought we got it. Enough. Oh, 56. You just want to say goodbye. Alright, next one. Alright, Slacker, Dre, Hooks. We've got a Armor Pen, Speed Up on Basic, Attacker Cron. They've got a Support Cron, Speed Up on Basic, and Health. Let's do that. Basic, I guess. Lightning. I would like a turn. Let's pass to Dre and do that. Actually healed up Hooks quite a bit. That was good with the AI because we hadn't got any buffs to steal. Okay, leap in the air. Right, OG Hondo's reprisal. Oof, okay. Right, I do want to try and give Bray a chance to get OG Hondo. Oh, come on. Come on, you can do it, Dre. Daze is wrecking her. Come on. Stop dazing her. It's rude. At this rate, I'm going loser. You know what? I'm leaping just for the fact I don't want loser. Screw it. Kill. The banners are bad already without making them worse. Alright, 52. One more team on this wall to go. I honestly don't know if this will work without Omicrons, but shall we see? I haven't applied a datacron either. Let's just throw this one on. 2 lightsiders. Why not? Okay. Bad start. Okay, it doesn't work, but we have got mission out. So this time I will preload. Right, I'm going to throw these 3 in. Let's just see if we can take something out here. And again, I won't just hold on datacrons because I haven't got any really left. Right, that's fine. Right, 21. Alright, bat wall. Okay, I want to see if CLS can take out Aphra. For the simple fact that was always the reason she was really rubbish on defense. So my assumption would be, done Aphra, deal with Zuckuss' taunt, have control Aphra or get rid of BT1 next. Let's see. Okay. No taunt, so I will just go and delete BT1. I mean, I love Aphra. I think actually I've grown to like the character with the comics I've listened to. But yeah, she's not a defensive character in this game, at least without IG-90. On 55. Okay, Malgus versus Kelleran with the granny and the gun. What could possibly go wrong here? We've gotten for a tankron with health and speed up on basic. They've got an attackercron with bulk and protection. Okay, let's jump. Let's jump again. I'm just going to base it there. Really annoying that collective war kept landing. There's a taunt over there. I want that to expire off Kelleran, but well, not expire, but be cleansed. So far the plan isn't going the way I'd like, but still got time. Bit of a slow start. Leap. Lovely. Granny with the guns down, that's all that matters. Oh, that was very little. Granted, there was a lot of protection, I imagine, but still, that was a very small sup. 57 now. Let's move on. Alright. C Armourer Watt. We're going with Dark Side Cron for no other reason than it's got protection. I wanted defensive stats, which the other 2 crons I've got do not have. This is gas Rex 5s with the Rex Focus Datacron. We lost with just seeing what last time, so hopefully Armourer gives us the extra survivability to see out the win. Plus, this round we were Relic 8 compared to last round when we were Relic 7, so minus boost in stats. Okay, let's put the tank tech on. Okay, we'll put that onto Armourer just in case she does get cleansed. Let's take the days off. Off what? We'll link these two. Yep, do that on what? There we go. Beskar on C. Should be fairly straightforward from here. Granted, we'll probably lose sides. Something tells me Armourer won't survive at least. Oh, no, Rex did that. Cool. Let's just do that. Down to a penny, gas kills Armourer straight away. I'm not too bad at this. I say ironically with all that is going to lead to a very big defeat, I'm sure. 53. Alright, next one. Okay, we're going with Raver 7th and Grand against the Poe Focus Datacron. Gone for this tank cron with crit damage, purely because I remembered that in Raver's leadership, Inquisitors are guaranteed to crit pretty much. So I figure why not boost up that crit damage. Let's go. Alright, bit of Dobson's choices to go for. So many death marks and other shiny things going on. Let's go over there again. Alright, 56. That's nice. And this goes back to my favourite use of Aphra in 3v3, taking out Omega Bad Batch. So, we've gone for a Crom purely for the armor pen, and hopefully BT1 is going to give them a very brisk goodbye. I didn't show their stats. Health, bulk, support. Alright, resisted, fair play. Burn, baby, burn. Bring in the droid. Get Wrecker down. Interesting counter. I didn't particularly enjoy that stealth assist. I really wish that wasn't in the kit. Okay. We'll keep going. Okay, Crosshair could be out in a moment. There he is, I think. Not nearly. Here we go. Not max banners, but still, I enjoy using Aphra, so it was worth it. Okay, so that was a bit of a messy character offense. Let's have a look here. We got Tarkin, we got Home 1, we got Negotiator. Right. Let's map our way through these. Okay, we have got Profundity against Negotiator. A little bit unusual not seeing a tank, well, a traditional taunting tank, but other than that, this should be straightforward. Let's just damage Anakin. We're going Wiggle. Go and pull Annie out to force a mark. We'll protect Annie. Heal AoE. We'll just basic here. And I'm going to fly by and hopefully it'll get Annie out. Nope. Now he's gone. Alright. Basic Outrider. Now we'll basic Marauder. Nice idea trying to protect him like that, but not that nice. Okay, so I'm forced to go for 5s, but I can always do that. Just hammer at him. Hello? Ooh, BTL. It didn't start. I shouldn't have been surprised it reinforced. No more reinforcements, though. Okay, pass to Outrider. Use the special on Marauder. That's not... But yeah, that is the tech turn move, isn't it? We just recovered the banners. Alright, 77. Next battle. I feel like a bit of a masochist, but I am going to do a mirror match. Home 1 versus Home 1. I have not used Home 1 on offense pretty much since I unlocked the B-Wing. I've got it at 7 stars, and obviously Drogon is Relic 8. Kind of like the idea of using it on offense, at least where I can. So let's give it a go here. The stats do seem to be in our favour, like there's a lot of higher relics on the pilots, so we'll go first. We reinforce with B-Wing. They reinforce with B-Wing. Although for some reason they took the first turn, that is annoying. Let me just see at this. Okay, so we can do ours first. They do theirs. That really seems counterproductive if they get to go first because they were second. What's this do? Physical damage and gain crit damage up. Ouch. Okay, that officially blows. I'm not gonna lie. I just don't like that. Right, so because that much humiliated me, I'm going to destroy it with Leviathan. Let's do it. I'm annoyed at that. It honestly feels like I had the better stats, so therefore I went first, and therefore I go second. That was not fun. Definitely felt counterintuitive. Like saying, don't gear up your rebels, you can do better in a mirror without them kind of thing. And it's like, but you don't want to do that, surely. And yes, I should have done this straight away. Just, I acknowledge it. If I'd got like a win on the line here, I would have done this. But I think we can be clear, this guy, the only way I don't win is if he doesn't attack. So, well, either that or he makes a lot of mistakes. So, yeah, I didn't mind goofing around here just to try something out. Right, there's the second ult. You really want Fury class? Alright, we should get some banners back now. Again, in a drop battle anyway, but still it's nice to think if this was like a clean attempt. Still not perfect banners though. 55. So even though I did a mirror and failed last time, I'm going to do the silly thing and do 2 mirrors. Because I genuinely don't think I've got a better option right now. So, Tarkin versus Tarkin. Yeah. Hopefully, Fife is better than that lot. Hopefully. Okay, let's do that. Okay, we can bring in Defender. Let's just top up Scythe. Their Scythe comes in. Which isn't too bad, because I can then nick their things. Oh, I'm feared, so that's kind of put a dampener on that, but principle's there. Right, a little bit awkward. Alright, let's just aim for Scythe and get it over with. 69. Oh yeah? Not a bad way to end a round, I guess. Let's see the final score. $19.30. Sure, it was a good year, but it isn't a good GAC score. I was just checking out I didn't pick a year in World War II then, or worse. But yeah. The only thing I can say, I didn't feel confident going into this. I said I was looking forward to it, but I didn't say I was confident. And yeah, it kind of got summed up pretty early. I mean, 3 drops on Jabba, or 3 attempts on Jabba, 2 on Stranger. The battle's nice and clean at least, but then we did have to drop on Ahsoka. 2 drops on Darth Revan. 1 unenforced, kind of. So yeah, frustrating. I would like to know what I did wrong with the Gungans, though. I felt like, I'm sure someone told me a while ago that Gungans counter Darth Revan, but I don't know if it's something to do with, maybe it's a 5s thing? Like, I think that can't be 5s because it's a 3v3 army. Yeah, I can't remember what it is, but it was something about Deathmark. The idea that your Gungans get Deathmark and therefore they can't go for the shield. But for the life of me, I can't remember how it works. I'm left to have a look online and see if I can find it, because that one will irritate me. But yeah, as far as the rest of the walls, I mean, again, the fleet battle with Home 1, that one, I do find that annoying because it seems counterintuitive that the more gear you have, the more likely you are to lose the mirror. Or the more relics. But that's case if it is what it is, isn't it? I mean, I will know in the future not to do a mirror if I've got relic advantage, which a lot of the time I will, because only Krakens have probably got bigger rebel fighters than I've got, or rebels. Right, Krakens to Wales. Alright, I didn't invest in my rebels. I'm always proud of them. Climbing down. But yeah, other than that, I think just one or two mistakes, really. I mean, I still feel like I did need to do that on the Great Mothers. Great Mothers on Ahsoka. It did feel worth trying. I didn't feel like there was a more obvious counter that I got available. Maybe at best see Bane. Yeah. I'm curious what people think, if I've made a few avoidable errors, or if there were things that just went wrong that were out of my control. So feedback is welcome. Bump was surprisingly annoying as well, so quite tempting to set it if you've got it. But yeah, I'm going to leave that here. So, thank you very much for watching, folks. If you enjoyed this GAC, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I will be back now Saturday with the next round, so tune in then. Till then, folks, have a good rest of your week. Bye for now.